You meet someone, they are super cool, they are super funny, they are hot, they are everything that you ever wanted. And before you know it, you have handed over your heart to them. And over the years, I've had some interesting relationships, and of course, at some point, you thought probably this will it, there was some glimmer in it, and it looked like the perfect thing, but after some time you realized, oh no, 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 this is not what I wanted. So yes, guys, I hope you're doing well. Yeah. It's another morning. Me, I've just taken out, did exercise kidogo, and yeah, I'm just here chilled. Maybe in the next few minutes I'll be heading to salon, and yeah, January is over. We need to take care of ourselves and all that. And it's, I think yesterday night I was remembering about maybe probably the relationships that we've had, and also breakups that we've experienced, and sometimes you just sit down and think, what did I do wrong? What should I do differently in my next relationship? What am I looking for in a partner, And I think, yeah. I was thinking about also some of the lessons that probably I've picked from previous heartbreaks, because you realize, especially for us ladies, we really take a lot of our time, to work on relationships, and even when it's failing, even when it's toxic, we tend to stay longer thinking that things gonna change, especially for probably those of us who have kids involved, you will find yourself trying to fight it all the time, like you're trying to really make things work. Like I remember me, there's one heartbreak anyway. Hmm? This one breakup, and I think it's a relationship that I had really invested a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, a lot of my effort, Yani there's a lot, and now because I had a kid, I couldn't imagine Yani bringing up my kid alone, bringing up my son alone. Like it wouldn't stick. And I remember this relationship, like every other time it was sinking, their waves, it overturns, and I'm there, you're struggling to push the ship up, like you're trying to really make things work, and at some point I felt, well, this is not what I think. After 8 years, I was like, I think I've had enough of this. And let me tell you, I think the biggest lesson that I learned is you cannot force love. You cannot force love. You can't force a connection. You can't force a spark. I don't know where you get it. You can't force a spark, yeah? And you can force someone to like you. You can force someone to love you. You can force someone to be what they don't want to be to you. So I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I picked. Like, you can force the vibe, the energy, your spark, the spark of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's something that you cannot force. Um, Another thing I learned is, in any relationship, always see the person first before your expectations. Yeah, like get to learn someone before you put your expectations too high, from what you expect them to offer you, and also being standard kidogo. You don't also you don't expect too much, and also at the same time you're not going to to let someone probably take you through the same experiences that you had. uh, yeah, and also I also learned that pain is a necessary whatever, is necessary for growth. Like, yeah, that breakup is necessary for you. It leads you to a self-discovery journey, because most of the time you find, like, when you're married or when you're in a relationship, you're so invested, you're so into the person that you're dating or the person you're doing life with, and sometimes you even forget about your own self. So, and so at this point, when you have a heartbreak, you realize you're going to do most of the things alone. You'll be walking your journey alone. You'll be alone. You'll be doing a lot of stuff alone, and 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 yeah, you're going to discover so much. And also, you also get to realize that your fulfillment does not come from a significant other, because if you don't work on yourself, whether there are people who are in relationships but they're still lonely, like they're still lonely, I mean, because you've not worked on yourself, like you've not worked on the inner you, and so you don't have nothing much to offer. And that's why you find a lot of breakups nowadays. A lot of relationships are not working because I'm getting into a relationship and I have so many expectations. I'm looking for fulfillment, I'm looking for happiness from someone else, and yet within me, I'm not happy. Like, I don't even know how to make myself happy. So, if I don't know how to make my own self happy, how am I going to make someone else happy? Like, it doesn't really make sense. Also, always listen to your gut. You see, like, when you get into that relationship, um, and you feel something is just, it's just ick about it. There's just some, and you even with someone and you're like, this guy, I don't think this is the right partner for me. Trust your gut. Trust your instincts. They don't lie. They don't lie. And also, please don't forget about your word. I think this is something that over time you will learn to work on. Like, don't forget who you are, because sometimes you come to these relationships and you just invest so much of your time, so much of your energy. Uh, you even forget about your own self. You forget, treating yourself, taking care of yourself, self care. There's so much. Please don't leave those things behind. I think breakups, most of us at one point in life, we went through breakups that really taught us a lot. But me, I think uh, also something that I've learned is love. Love. It's better to love than not to love. It's better to love than not to love. Yeah, because even sometimes, okay, utaka, and you ask yourself, like, was really love meant for me? Do I really want to get married? Because I can also tell you it's better to remain single than be in some of these toxic relationships. Some of those breakups, you were out and you're like, you breathe, you can feel the grow and the glow within you. Like, I mean, there's so much, and that's when you realize, I think this thing was not good for me. And so, yeah, it's always a learning lesson. It's always a stepping stone. Of course, it doesn't mean if you had a failed relationship before, like even the next relationships you're gonna have are going to be pathetic or they're not going to work. At least this time, you're coming with some experience. You're coming with some what I mean. You exactly know what you want, and so when the same energy, when the same vibes are not being served, you know when to let it go. So yeah, that's it. And of course, we know life is going to. It has better. It has. There are good people out here. There are, there are people who will match your energies. There are people you meet. Also, something else I think I came to realize is that you learn how to differentiate different kind of loves. Like you will meet different people, and sometimes you'll be like, this person we can have a solid friendship. There's someone you'll meet, and there's just something that's kuna kakitu tu mta click, but of course this person you're not going to settle with them. Like you learn to differentiate the different types of friendships and love and all that. Yeah, and that's it for me. So guys, have a very good day. Enjoy your day. Yes, and be intentional about yourself. Be intentional about what you want for yourself, about what you want for your life, just do it. Go for it. Take up that course, go for those solo trips, be proactive with your own life, do something with your life. I mean, just discover much about yourself and love yourself. Whether you're married, whether you're in a relationship, whatever, work on yourself inside out. When you work on yourself inside out, you have so much to offer. You have so much positive vibes to give. Like, just concentrate on building you, being a happy person, being a responsible person, being, just being the best version of yourself. Yeah, that's it for me. Bye.